So on that note, I'd like to continue on with the rest of the program. First up is the address to the lassies, or the toast to the lassies, not the address to the lassies, toast to the lassies, with our very own Jack New.
I may not use the mic, if that's okay. Everyone can hear? Good. Thank you for asking me to do the toast to the lassies. If you would indulge me, I'd like to take a few minutes to explain how I ended up standing here tonight. Approximately 4.5 years ago, Elizabeth and I went to the Penticton Scottish Festival. While eating our lunch, we saw the Nairnmata Scottish country dancers doing a demonstration. I approached Rebecca, because she seemed to be the person in charge, and she said, "You should meet Ellen and come to our summer party." So in August, we arrived at Ellen and Tracy's. We were welcomed with open arms by total strangers, who got us up dancing and sharing food and drink. It was as if we had happened upon some type of cult. I half expected someone to ask if we like Kool-Aid. Fast forward to the following spring. We were subs for dancers who were absent when practicing for that year's Scottish Festival. Lo and behold, Ellen got housemaid's knee, and I was pressed into service. I was outfitted with the kilt, in fact, this very kilt here, that Rebecca borrowed from McPhail's. Much to my surprise, Ian had an extra sporran and socks in his car. So, I thought, does everyone in Scottish heritage, beside the spare tire, have an extra sporran and socks? Just in case of emergency. To move along, last fall, I joined the executive. At our most recent meeting, Wendy, our president, asked me if I would like to do the toast to the lassies. And I said, that is never going to happen. Somehow, here I am, a man who now owns 2 kilts, 2 sporrans, and multiple pairs of socks. It appears as though I've drunk the Kool-Aid. Now, on to the task at hand, the toast to the lassies. When I agreed to give the toast, I went to the font of all wisdom, Google, for advice. Apparently, one should include information from Burns' life, a few snippets of his poetry, and perhaps compare Burns' view of women with contemporary views. Burns truly loved the lassies, figuratively and literally. He fathered 12 to 18 children by 4 women. His wife, Jean Armour, bore him 9, and as was common at the time, only 3 survived. Jean Armour was an understanding and forgiving lassie, raising a child as her own from one of Burns' many liaisons. In Burns' time, as in ours, the first lassie in our lives is our mother. They wiped away our tears, kept us safe from the monsters under the bed, and they were also able to remove a small blemish that only they could see, usually on the way to church or to a family friend's for dinner, with just a bit of spit and vigorous rubbing. And looking around the room, I can say with some confidence that I am not the only wooden spoon survivor. We all remember our first love, as did Robert Burns. Few of us write a poem about her, as Burns did at age 15. And trust me, as a former teacher who has read lots of adolescent poetry, it is substantially better. The first stanza from Handsome Nell. Once I loved a bonny lass, and I love her still, and whilst that virtue warms my breast, I'll love my handsome Nell. But laddies, we all have a true love. To those I now turn my attention. In today's world, one needs to tread carefully when discussing lassies. In light of this, I did a bit of research on the modern women's view of men. One of the first things I found was the saying credited to Irena Dunn in 1970. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. Being a man, I was somewhat confused. Why would someone compare a woman to a fish? Although I have to say they do carp on occasion. This led me to consider how words' meanings change depending on if it's said by a laddie or a lassie. Gentlemen, I'm sure you've experienced the following or something similar. Your lovely lassie gets ready and asks you, how do I look? You're somewhat suspicious. Is this a trick question? You reply, my dear, you look fine. Wrong answer. To a laddie, fine is a fine word. Not so for a lassie. I thought I had found a way out of this conundrum with my lovely lassie. How do I look? My response, how are you supposed to look? Wrong again. As lovely as lassies are to laddies, they can be rather complicated. On the 250th anniversary of Burns' birth, according to The Guardian, Professor Robert Crawford of St. Andrews University unearthed new evidence which he believes is conclusive proof that Burns was a Democrat who sympathized with the French Revolution. Burns' Republican ideals and his support for women's rights were evident in his 1792 poem, the first stanza of The Rights of Women. While Europe's eye is fixed on mighty things, the fate of empires and the fall of kings, while quacks the state must each produce his plan, and even children lisp the rights of man. Amid this mighty fuss, just let me mention the rights of women merit some attention. Thankfully, in today's world, equality between men and women is more advanced than in Burns' time. At the same time, equality has not seemed to cross the threshold of closets and bathrooms. Although lassies are smaller in stature, their clothing takes up much more closet space. And don't get me started on shoes. As I told the boys when I was teaching, gentlemen, be aware that in the future, the closet belongs to your lady, and you get space at her pleasure. Similar to this, what is it with lassies and bathrooms? In the case of my lovely lassie, the top of a rather large cabinet in our ensuite is covered with all manner of lotions, oils, Q-tips, hair ties, and what else. My allotted space consists of room for a bottle of deodorant and a toothbrush. I do better with the drawers. I get 33%. Not bad, but I have to share one of them with cleaning supplies. In the end, gentlemen, we love our lassies, even with their foibles. They are lovely on the eye, and we are blessed to share them, have them share our lives. I'd like to end with one more quotation from the bard. The last stanza from Green Grow the Rashes. Old nature swears the lovely dears, her noblest work she classes. Oh, her prentice hand she tried on man, and then she made the lassies. Oh. Gentlemen, charge your drinks.
That's you, right?
Now raise your glasses to the lassies. To the lassies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.